So if you saw my post I made at one point, I did say that since the in the exam weeks right now, these are going to be slightly less common, and since I'm going to be home after that, it could be less common after that. But I want to at least get one done now. It might be slightly shorter. I don't know. We'll see. Than a normal one. I'm going to preface this, unfortunately, like one of the other videos of. There might have been some stuff that went on in the community at one point, and I just want to preface that this series is in no way taking sides in any of this. I'm just doing this for the sake of the challenge, of course. If we get to those modules. Anyway, I'm going to try and get as much done as I can right now. Yeah, I'm going to try and get as much as I can done right now. And then you see how much I can get done, and that'll be as normal, basically. But it might be shorter because of the whole thing. You might end up seeing this the day after I've done it, just so, because it normally takes a while to do all the stuff, so I might end up leaving it to tomorrow to do all the processing stuff with it. Anyway, enough of the chattering. Let's just get started with this. I'm going to do these ones up to this boss. It might be slightly risky to take this boss with 7 before it. Actually, I'm debating whether or not I should do that, or since I'm technically only learning. I did do the tutorial for this a while ago, but actually, yeah, I might leave that with 4 rather than 7 stages. So let's do these first. So this one is made by Gold Salt, yeah, and they provided me a while ago now a good way to do this one. So I'm going to say it right now. Don't try and remember the entire board as it appears. Just focus on one of noughts or crosses, or X's and O's, and then if the line is in that one, then brilliant, you know what it is. If it's not, consider the ones that they weren't in, and then that'll be the line built with the opposite symbol, basically. So let's do this one. This one's the first one, right? Yep. In the way that I've ordered the reroll course. I think if you do it the other way, some of these would be, throughout this entire thing, some of these would be the other way. So if you do it the other way, if you ever do this challenge, then that's fair. You just go by the some order that the repo gives you. Okay. I think that was a line down the middle of the O's. Yeah. Oh, I picked X's, so I had to think about it. Oh, that's O's on the top. I know. The first ones I think were rows and columns. I know these are going to be at random, which that method is useful for. So that's O's there, yeah. Because like the X's ended up all over here, and there weren't any X's in that column, so that has to be what the line was, because no empty spaces. Okay, this one, that was winning line. Now time for Catch Me If You Can. This one is just reading what the number plates say. First 2 rounds it drives towards, the last one drive away. Doesn't change too much, but you do have to remember quite a bit. Like this flavor text. White ABCZ, there we go. High 79 CBX. GH78 onk, yeah. Okay. And now we have maroon button. This one has the same issues as other ones that look like this, and the blue button ones. Okay. The screen cycles through 5 flags. One of the flags A is from a different continent to the rest. So we have Algeria, Senegal, Gambia, Angola, Japan. So Japan. Sort the other 4 flags based on their latitudes in the table. Sort the other 4 flags based on their latitudes in the table below, and in which direction. Because like, if the screen is cycling from left to right, if the screen is cycling from right to left is what it's doing here. Going from the right to left, or then from south to north. So that would be from south, and then those numbers going upwards means it's getting further away from north, I think, or further away from the equator, so more north. So these could be ordered: Angola, Gambia, Senegal, Algeria, I think. And then we have to figure out where Japan goes here. Press the buttons when the flag is highlighted in this order. Press A last no matter the latitude. However, if the last digit of the number is even, press A first. So Japan's first. Hopefully. Some nice easy ones there. I will also say before we carry on, it's very warm today, so sorry if I sound mildly exhausted. No wonder, did I copy these before I pasted them? Or cut them even? I'm going to type it out anyway, just to make sure I don't end up pasting so they can break everything. I've definitely done that before. So this is where we're going to be having our boss module. So open this and this. So here, as you can see, we have the you remember a while ago now, we did a module called Addition, and I think the origin of these ones was someone made a joke saying we have addition, like the classic joke of we have addition when we're getting subtraction, division, and multiplication, and well, someone made them. V-Flyer, who is known for making variants, so it's not surprising. Okay. There looks space random time between this. So I think we need to note down this time. And that's all we need to note down for now. And now we've got subtraction. So take the first 3-digit number as the current value. For every 3-digit number after this, subtract this from the current value. If the current value at any point is negative, make it positive before continuing. After subtracting the other 9 numbers, the current value will be the values to submit. 167. So it's just basically going to be I would take the other way, but I think that causes problems a little way down. So I'm just going to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still positive. That's going to become negative. And I think there's one thing about it is you might realise that the numbers are slowly getting bigger on the screen. I think that's just a way to make it easier to tell how many you've gone through. Just to tell if you end up getting two numbers that are the same. I don't know. I don't know why it does that, to be honest. One 190. So 190 window game. And now we went to 1256 with blue. So sorry if you can hear my computer in the background. At least one might quickly do this. Okay. Yeah. Autoplay increases the stage number by 1. LED blinks and the digital clock provides a random duration. If the time passes this, it looks back to 1 to 0. Use the advanced time and the blinking LEDs to tell the adjusted time. So adjusted time, called how much the clock is advanced. The advanced is advanced by, that would be 48 minutes, I think. Yeah, 48 minutes. For table 1 to go adjusted time. Loading point, you go negative duration, negative sign. The adjusted time includes 24 hours. That. So, ultimate blue is 47 times the largest serial number digit, which is 2, minus the advanced time. 47 times largest serial digit, which is 2, minus the advanced time. It's interesting that it's advanced here, but then advanced here. But I can't see anything else that would be different, so I'm assuming that they're going to end up being the same. 46, probably actually could have guessed that. 46. So with 12.8 we would get to, I don't know if it reverts back to the same time or is this a new final time. So I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to do this anyway. 8 plus 46. So instead we'll get 4. So now multiplication. Yep. I'm assuming these times are referring to how much they came from here, not the adjusted times. Because it's a multiplication. This really depends on, because this can get up to 30 digits long. I don't know if this can read that, because I think at some point it just starts sticking extraneous zeros on the end. so I'm actually going to open Wolfram Alpha for this, because this is a powerful enough calculator. This is just multiplying one another together. Five, 3, 6, 4, 9. Double check. 292, 518, 166, 863, 837, 653, 619, 329, 620, 734. We have that, which hopefully is about, it says only have a maximum of 30 digits. So 1150. Well, this is actually kind of split up here for typing. 796 356. It's like I'm typing in a boss module thing. 943 802 170 389 319 04. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Yes. Okay, that jumped forwards quite a bit. So that jumped forwards 10 minutes less than 2 hours. So that will be basically converted into time, into minutes. 1460 plus 0.6 minus 1260 plus 56. That doesn't seem right. It would be 12. Oh, 60. 110. I didn't think that looked right. So 110, and then it's blue again, so it's going to be 47 times 2 minus 110. That's going to be negative. Yeah, negative 16. So they said eliminate the. This was a plus 16. So instead, we're going to just add 16 to that. Plus. So add 46. Add 16. And this would take us a 13. 30, 0, 0. So we have 10 left over. Division now. this one I think I'm going to use Wolfram again, because it's a similar problem with text field. Yeah, because this is here. So it's the first 10 digits of the result that is, after dividing, ignoring every single leading zero that happened that's going to be before it, which could be a lot of them. If I do the number, divide the current value by the number divided by the other numbers for a decimal point, it's got the leading zeros. Make sure again. Six, four, 3, 2, 3, 5, 8, 8, 5, 6, 70, and then multiplying across like that. 275, 484, 300, 309, 870, 102. And then this times 10 to the 20, 31, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1442, 176, 957. Okay. So 16 times 9, 16 39 compared to 14 like 6, it's 113. The yellow one is going to be the advanced time, so 113 minus 31 times the number of indicators, 1 minus 1 hour, which is 60. Yeah. So only 22. So 13, 2. Plus 22, that'll be 30, and that'll be 2. Yeah. I think at least. And then we have Scrabble periodic words, another one that might look similar to a previous one we've done. But as you can see this time, the numbers are already here and the word isn't there now. So this is initially blank display with the 3D numbers below it, and a QWERTY keyboard rather than a number pad this time. Find the atomic element in the table with the atomic number and know its symbols. Features 2 stages rearrange these symbols into a valid English word. So 117. 117 is TS, and 91 is down here, PA, so that's to be PATS. 007 is nitrogen N, and the blocks have to stay with each other. It has to be like those blocks, you can't rearrange the letters in those blocks. So of course it doesn't matter if it's single letters. RE F O F O B bonfire BONFIRE, yeah. Thirteen AL 68 EZR 74 W K, 19 is K, and 16 is S. Walkers. Just gonna make sure on that one. Did a Y. I think that's in here somewhere. Yeah. Walkers. Apparently that is the word it allows. Just make sure I'm not stupid. Okay, so it does reset back to the value. I don't know why I clicked out of that. It's a temporal sequence. So hopefully we've done this right. Then okay. That isn't too bad. The only way you can make calculating these by saying those values immediately and just be able to just plug it in to get the next time as it goes along. That definitely seems like one that someone's probably already automated a bit. Okay, next let's pair the two returning puzzle mods. And one of them's going to take slightly longer than the other one. I think you can guess which one it is. So, you might be thinking, we already did shapes and colours, why are we doing it again in this? Well, we now have red parts. The red parts mean we cannot have that anywhere where it's relevant. So unlike these ones being like, it has to be this in some position that lines up with this is nowhere this should appear. So in this case, this is the only one we have. Then there's only one you can get. Might have one that had them. Yeah, all negative clues must not fit anywhere in the grid. All positive clues must fit somewhere in the grid. So all negative clues. So that makes me think that yes, you can get more than one negative clue. I think I have had one that's had two before. Possibly one that's had three. Yeah. So this negative clue means if we have a blue, there has to be a. We can't have any instance where we have a blue in D6 basically, and the one to the left of it isn't a diamond, which is actually quite helpful because we know if we get a blue anywhere, there has to be a diamond directly next to it, to the left. A blue in any of these positions. So there's a classic one that normally gives you some stuff to start off with, so you're not completely in the dark. Again, this one isn't a diamond. That's probably useful later. Okay, this immediately was that there. Because only go there and there, and this one's already been taken up by that one. There's not very many clues in this. There is an interestingly low amount of clues here. So I guess this also works the other way. So we now know there has to be a blue there. That one can't be blue, that has to be red. Because then we have a blue and then something that wasn't a diamond next to it. And then this is triangle but not red, and that doesn't work here, meaning we have a triangle up here. That's actually going to be the blue triangle. As this is a blue but not one of those six, then this rule does not apply. Well, it is not too dangerous there. So the only way this can really work so we need to figure out, I think mainly we can figure out where the last diamond has to go here. The last diamond can't go there, and that makes sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. We don't have really can't be there. However, so we have a blue here that needs to be there. We need another blue somewhere else here. Now we have a diamond next to it. So my only thought is this is the blue diamond and this is the blue circle. And something that's not red, we've already used up all the blues, so it has to be yellow. Yeah, yellow left is the yellow circle. So we only have reds left. And it's not the diamond there, so the red circles, the red diamonds there. Okay, so that is true. We have a triangle with something that's not red there. That lines up. Yellow diamond there, there's a triangle there, and there's not a diamond there. And the most important one. Every instance of a blue, we can't have any instance of a blue without any instance of blue here without a blue to the right of it, or to the left of it. So we have blue here and there is a diamond there, blue here, there's a diamond there. Does this work backwards as well? So anything that's not a diamond in these ones does not have anything blue next to it. Or to the left or right of it, yeah, that lines up, I think. let's go with that. Okay. So you can see that is slightly more difficult because now you have to use the fact that stuff can't exist to figure out where stuff can go. Okay, so Turing Machine Nightmares is a little bit more difficult because we need to figure out, similarly to last time, what the clues actually stand for. But we have one extra layer we have to get through first, which is we don't know what letters each of these rules refer to. So we have all of these numbers. I think the original only had 1, 2, and 3. This should be 1 to 5, so never mind, they always have 1 to 5. But in this case, we just note down all of the rules we can have, which we can get by pressing the screen. Yeah. So B plus C is not divisible by A, B or C. So we need to just get all of these. They will all have at least one part that does not make sense, or is completely unhelpful. So like the top one is not divisible by any of them. 2 is in some relation to this difference. This is number of consecutive pairs. Yeah, consecutive. Consecutive numbers possibly exist. A is in some relation to 2. And B is divisible or so these are our rules, and now we'll use our guesses to one rule down what each of the rules are. Okay, not necessarily in the order they were shown here. And then at the same time figure out what the number can be. So keep count of these rules, and let's try out. If we tried out 1, 1, 1, that would mean, okay, so it's not divisible by one of them at least. So we know, I think we know immediately that 1, 1 can't be the answer. So let's go for 1, 1, 3, 3. That's not going to be divisible by any of them. Well, actually, it is divisible by 1. So let's go with that for this one. So A minus B. And the S is different, so A minus B would be 2, so that would be equal to 2. Consecutive would be 1 pair. There would be no pairs of consecutive. A would be less than 2. And B would not be divisible by 2. So we do that and then press the screen. Or press the letter button. So we figure out A. So this is no. So B plus C isn't. Oh, it's just B plus C. So we could have actually done something like that. Although we can figure out. So B plus C. B plus C is 6. So it's not divisible, so it's true if it isn't divisible. So this is going to be false no matter what, so that wasn't helpful. Simply know this is false. It either meant that A minus B was not equal to 2. No consecutive pairs was not 1. No consecutive pairs wasn't 0. A was not less than 2. Or B was divisible by 2. So let's make B 2. We need 2 plus something. Two plus 3. We could do that again, I think. So 1, 2, and 3. No, we're trying to see A not less than. So let's go 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. No, it's not going to be helpful because B plus C is divided by all of them. To do 4, we need 6, and that would be divisible by B and C, but not divisible by. It would be divisible by A and B, but wouldn't be divisible by C. A minus B would be less than 2. Consecutive would still be none. Okay, yeah, the consecutive would still be none. So we did that. So it would be 1. A equals, or is greater than 2. That would be less than. Let's go with this and see what it comes up with. Okay, so that's true for 3, 2, 4, meaning for this further to be true, B plus C must not be divisible by a digit. B plus C is 6, which is divisible by 3 and 2, but not divisible by 4, so that could be B and C is not divisible by C. For this to be true, A minus B would have to be less than 2. This would be consecutive, would be 1. A would have to be greater than 2, or B is divisible by 2. Let's try and rule some of these out again. Let's try, we instead try 2 through 4. Then B plus C we can try and make b plus c divisible by c. So that would be like 4, 2. A minus b is less than 2. Let's try and narrow it down to b has to be divisible by 2. So a minus b is less than 2. For that to not be true, that would have to be like 1. Then consecutive would be none. A greater than A is not greater than 2, but B is divisible by 2. It's false. So 142 is false. So 142 being false for A would mean B plus C not being divisible by C is false. Okay, so this just proves that this one was not B is divisible by 2. So let's just try and get A to be greater than 2, so let's make it 5. Consecutive, we would need then it would be divisible by C. We want it to, one of these to return just true. No consecutives, and A minus B is not less than 2. That's false, so it's not that one. One by 4. One by 4 would give us one set of consecutives. A minus B is not less than 2. B plus C would not be divisible. Consecutive would be 1. B minus A minus B 2, no. One, 4, 5 would give us one consecutive. B minus A minus B would not be less than 2, and because I know it still will not be divisible. It was 142 we tried before, wasn't it? That still work. To be divisible by C. A minus B has to be greater than or equal to 2. So we go with that. Then we have one pair of consecutives. A minus B is equal to 2, and B plus C is divisible by C. We haven't done that one yet. Okay, that's true. This makes me think. A is telling us that the amount of consecutives we need is 1. Okay, now moving on to rule B, and we still can't reuse any the same code twice to all. So it gets harder the further we get, basically. Okay, so if we tried 555, what would we get to? B would not be divisible by 2. A would be greater than 2. A minus B would be less than 2. And B plus C would not be divisible by anything. So that should be false no matter what. Maybe that. B is not divisible by that's true, be not divisible by A. A minus B would be less than 2. A would be greater than 2. Or B is not divisible by 2. That's false. So it is false. That means either B has to be divisible by 2. A cannot be greater than 2. A minus B cannot be less than 2. Or B plus C cannot be divisible by 1 of B or C. So let's try and work out each one by one. B. So if it has to be B is divisible by 2, let's put a 4 in the middle again. Then we need A to be greater than 2 again, so let's go 5. A minus B must be less than 2, yeah. And then B plus C cannot be has to be divisible by B and C, which would be can't really do anything there. I guess we can put that to 4. So then B and C are both 4 and that divides 8. So basically flipping the numbers there. Okay, now that's true. We know that this one was false. And this is true. Then it wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. It wasn't that one. So well, B has to be even basically. would be smart as right the other way. Yeah, hold on. Okay, so let's try 3. That's A equal to 2. 2 through 4. Because A is less than 2. A is equal to 2. A minus B is less than 2. And B plus C is not divisible by any of them. That would be helpful. That would help, I think, though. That's false. False for 2, 3, 1. Meaning A can't be equal to 2. A minus B can't be less than 2. Or not that. So B plus. Let's try and go for. We still need to rule this down a bit because we didn't get lucky with that one. So let's go A less than 2. A must be greater than 2. B plus C not divisible by A or C. Read that. That's false for C. Meaning A must be greater than 2. A minus B must be equal to 2, or that. So let's assume that the answer is A has to be greater than 2. Let's go 3. Going to be 3. A must be equal to 2, so that has to be 5. And then not divisible by that one. Be that. We haven't tried that yet. And that's true. Oh no, we made that not divisible. So 2 of those are true. A minus B equals 2. We at least know that one's not true anymore. Let's do that again. We need to make it divisible by A. So it would be that. Okay, so it's still true. This means A is going to, that's right. It is divisible by A. That means that was false. So hopefully, third rule, A has to be greater than 2. introducing the last two should be simpler enough now. With 1 3. Let's go 3 1. Or 4 2 maybe. Actually, we haven't done 2 4 yet. 2 4. The people see cannot be divided by something. Okay, so that wouldn't give us any information about the top one. One, 3, 1. A minus B is equal to 2. And B plus C is not divisible by B. And we haven't tried it yet. That's false. So A minus B is not equal to 2. It's not divisible by B. So A minus B must be greater than 2. Not divisible by C. A or C. Do that. Okay, that's true. So that would be A minus B is greater than 2, or B plus C is not divisible by C. So if A minus B is greater than 2, let's go for 1 again. But let's make it divisible by C this time. So that. So B minus C is greater than 2, but then B plus C is divisible by C. We've done that yet? No. That's false now. So A minus B is greater than 2, so that's not that one. So hypothetical rule, B plus C can't be divisible by C. Making the last thing we need to figure out is this. So let's go equal to 2 first. 1 3 we already have. Go 1 3 2 then. Seems like it's equals. So let's try. Make sure that becomes false, so it's not greater than, then less than, something like that. Yeah, okay. So this is theoretically what our rule set is. So we need one set of consecutive digits be even. So let's go for 2 there. A has to be greater than 2, let's make it 3. A minus B has to be equal to 2, so let's make 4. A is greater than 2, B is divisible by 2. A minus B is equal to 2. B plus C cannot be divisible by C. And we're going to level 1, we need one consecutive pair. So that. So we have one consecutive pair, 2 and 3. B is divisible by 2, A is greater than 2. B and C, B plus C is 5, which is not divisible by C, and A minus B equals 2. So hopefully, was 43 a number we actually tested? No, actually. So hopefully we've done this right, otherwise we're going to get a strike basically. Okay, you've got it. Pretty fun puzzle actually, because you had to sort of double logic it out basically, figure out how you can get it, figure out what the rules could be, but at the same time figure out which rule you're looking at to begin with. Go quickly. Okay. I'm gonna have a call soon, so I might try and do module name. I might come back and do a few more and then leave it after that. Got my presentation for one of my things tomorrow. Oh, this is a template module, isn't it? Yeah. Module based on someone who forgot to make a module, basically. So I've seen in the tutorial to make it easier, you can use this for this first bit. So all we have to do is scroll down here. We need to keep track of how many times we click the module. I think that was 7. And then we need the second UL, I think, means the second LI and the first EM. That lines up. That gives us not green arrows. So taking the amount of clicks, module 4. Module 4, yeah. Add 2. And this is how many statements will be checked from top to bottom on each arrow. The first letter of place, the first letter in the first letter of the display is the first letter of the serial number X. The other 2 letters. The other 2 letters are the first 2 letters of the code display, so YE. So 5, so we're only going 5 down. So first letter is a vowel, no. Some of their alphanumerical positions is a prime number. Actually, you're going to have to calculate that. 24 plus 25 plus 5, no. There are no duplicate letters, yes. The second letter is present in the serial number, no. U is present, no. So we're going down to the 5th one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's just going to be the present rule for all of these. The second letter is a vowel, no. So of their numerical positions, it's visible by digital root, yes, because that's 9. The first and second letter matches, no. The Other letters are present in the serial number, no, because we've got one from the serial number. D's present, no. The other letters vowel, no. Third letter is vowel. So over there from requisitions is an odd number, no, it's 54. The first and third letter matches, no. The third letter is present in the serial number, yes it is. L is present, no. The sum of their requisitions is multiple 7. I doubt it. Yeah. The second and third letter matches, no. The first letter is present. The first letter is present in the serial number, yes. And R is present, no. So that is 1, 1, 1, 2. Did you see arrow dies around statements? So you use the arrow dies around statements, tie don't matter, there is dies around statement number, that's 2. Go in the arrow correct, you want to add then all the other arrows amounts. Correct statements from lowest to highest. So 2, 1, 1, 1. Okay. Two. And that is going to be, so that's going to be UL, the first UL this time, the third instance of LI, and that makes sense because we have an OL in there as well, and it's the only OL. Yeah. Well, I guess actually it doesn't matter, both of them are the same. God, there is bloody octa when you're getting. The amount of dimensions. The amount of dimensions starts with 3 and every 3 clicks even increases by 2, so we only have 3 dimensions then. Issue more rotations, make a sub-rotation that goes through every positive dimension. 4 dimensions have sub-rotation that. So 3 would be X, Y, and Z. Blue display changes first and third. This is where I probably get it wrong. The output from the primary value table, make it binary. I'm gonna have to look at the tutorial of this one. See for the Octa version. That's the Octa one. Which is actually what we could end up having as well. Okay. So this is effectively just going to be what is in the tutorial. YZ is going to be -6, then Z, X is going to be regular 9. So you add them together. It gets the primary value. Yeah. So that will be, so that will give us -A, and then that will give us 1. And do we make it 3 digits as well? Yeah, okay. And then add a 1 to the front. So make for the first digit 1. Okay. Yeah, that's what it says. Hang on. Convert to grade code. know he's basically cheating because Fate is basically doing the entire thing. But I've forgotten how to do this. Okay, that's what I was thinking it would be. I think I vaguely remember that now. So yeah, so that would be just on 1. Then 1 on the exiles is 1, 1 exile 1 is 0. Okay. Also that thumbnail you saw briefly there. Yeah, I played that. Which makes me, the tutorial thumbnail you might have seen in some of the videos. I tried to make it look as generic and forgotten as possible. I think I have Arial font rather than special elite, and missing image where the logo should be. So now I'm going to get ready for the call and then maybe come back and get a little bit further. We'll see how much further I get. If anything, I might just be on a sort of a simpler one this time. I've not done these 3 in a while. I have not even looked at Strongmax Autica. But if anything, I am probably going to end up stopping at around Flowchart Madness and Fidget Cycle, and that's going to be an interesting next one. So, see you if I come back to this. Yeah. Right, going to do a little bit more now. Am I working? Yep, okay. So, I'm trying to put all of these together, but since there's only 2 and this is a boss module in the middle, writing situation wants so we have 4 stages again, similar to the other one we did, the other boss module we did. So, it's email songs. Or Speemail songs. The module will be a stage displaying with a large rectangle displayed below. Play button 4x4 grid effects next with digits. In the play button will be a short audio clip called a Speemail song. There's a number associated with it. Every time an item module is solved, this module change which media song is played. Then another module is present. Press the play button to immediately solve. So we had that's 101. Each stage take the number associated with the current Speemail song, convert it into binary with zeros added to make it 8 bits long if needed. Various binary input is shown in the first table. Legal ball was the name of the last module solved. To reach any binary, rearrange the binary number, so there could be 101, which is going to use this for this one. Just to speed up a little bit. That is 1100 That is only 7 digits. Every pair of bits perform the bitwise operator corresponding to the resulting number. Corresponding to the resulting number. So assuming that's the number after the rearrangement. So in this case it's going to be this. So 101 would be XNOR, which is not XOR, so there to be both the same or difference, and that's just 0. No, both zeros are both ones even. Okay, this is 0. Modify this digit according to the third table. If the digit exceeds 10 hexadecimal module 10 hex. Continuing. Previous digit was from 7 to D, no. Say it's divisible by 3, no. Digit at this point is odd, no. Majority of the sequence is odd, no. Now the above rules apply, change digit to 10 hex minus the digit, so 10 hex. Which is F. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it's from 0 again, I think. Go with this for now. Let's have a strong mad talker. Move through 6 words. The playing solving toggle. Strong mad in center. When in play mode, which we trace without consequence. When solve mode, there is in a specific order. It goes only 4 to 6 buttons. So appear along the bottom module for each correct word. Being cleared if the incorrect word is pressed, the whole module into playing mode. What are the words? Only have 1 syllable. Charm. Another would be a decoy excluded from the correct sequence. Decoy serves to determine the order in which the other 4 words should be pressed. The word with 1 syllable is the order in which to check each word given by table 1. You have to change the position for the word, position label 1, then position label 2. So, in the order we have working, cheddar, charm, around motorcycles, Douglas. So if word 6 of the checking sequence comes after the word above this word, word 6 of the checking sequence comes after the word above this word, on the module in alphabetical order, yes. The word in position between some of the two numbers digits. So the numbers digits is 11. Odd 6 would be 5. Plus 1 to 6 of the chicken, or the decoy. Douglas is the decoy, I think. So reverse alphabetical. Reverse alphabetical will be working, motorcycles, cheddar, around. I'm expecting to get a strike here. Okay. Got the email just to stay alive. On 26. Which is gonna be 126. Wait, so that's so that. We just did strong mad talker. So that's none of them, so it's normal order again. Instead of his own number would be just here. So XORing 1001. That would be 819. No. No. Yes. Multiplied by F. 9 times 15. Mod 16. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, yeah. Do I check the sequences on? No. Okay. So now we do main page. We have one of these just for this. There'll be a bubble sucking through. There'll be a bubble sucking through 3 messages and changing colour. And why the bubble will have one of these messages, because that message is the first in the cycle. Hey, new tune. Hey, new tune, I think. Play a game. New shortly. The colour of each bubble. So red, blue, yellow. So the colour of each bubble is the colour below table, and the main page number of the background as the row. So main page currently is that one, I think. So yes, that's 25. Or Y. Gives us DSC. Downloads. Store. And characters. Depending on the buttons in the order, both colours, and convert their effects on their effects main page numbers to that from your position. So downloads is that yellow thing. Oh, it's actually the downloads thing. So that is 19. Store is so Lemke or something like that. Lemke, yeah. So whole team, and then characters. Same again. Just have a look at what the other ones were. So okay. So that's going to be SNN. It's going to contain 3 unique letters. The 4 unique letters, so I think we skip it. To the effects of 3 buttons not... Oh, so we do need these ones. To the effects of the 3 buttons not in the table, from top to bottom, find the main page's code. So that was the glitch one. So that's sort of glitch one. This one was the grey man. And then the email was just glitch again. That is 22. The grey man is number 10. So to the effects of the first 3 buttons, of the 3 buttons not in the top bottom, find the main page's codes. So that would be VRS, SLN VRS. Take the code to the background and home star. That's the last ones. So the background was 25. It's BCF. And then home star went yellow. So you know, sort of spacey outfit. Yeah. So that is number 1. ON. And we've had the number of listens in each bubble. The number of listens in each bubble message to open mirror positions. 11, so K, 9 to I, 15 to O. So we have here left if yellow is in the sequence, so let's go to left. So skewing it left. So otherwise it's just going to be 1 to 18, 2, 17, 3, 16, 4, 15, 15, 14, yeah. So it's going to be that point, then NL, O, N, O, P, F, R, C, S, B. If Osdale has the default voice, which they do, swap the first half and the second half. Later in during intelligence will go previously replace with the next letter. We'll replace all the ones and or loop around if necessary. So audio O to P, V, W, X, Y. we find the 3 letters of the message, replacing the letters below them. E, K, K. The background is 25. Bring back to 25, strength them forward once. Which would be 8. Voltage. That's the main page, so that's not going to be anything again. So we actually have no shuffling, which is a bit of a... It's just how we ended up in the end. I don't even know if I've done that right. 114. And 14. Is here, so that's XNOR again. 0110. So 6 modular 8. So divided by 3, yes. Digit at this point is odd. Yes. Which sequence is odd. No. That's probably going to end up being wrong. Go on my stage. I didn't. Theory, he's going to use XOR. Tool didn't change anything either. That's XOR 1010. That is 10, so that's A. No. 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 Yes. So I'm thinking this is probably going to be wrong. Okay, last one was wrong. So did I just calculate that one wrong? That's what I want to do. Which then becomes 10. Pretty sure the majority of the sequence was up. Not sure what I did wrong there, but maybe I just misunderstood what sequence it was referring to. Maybe it was referring to the digit sequence there. guess by sequence it might be that. And then, yeah, then none of these are mainly odd. They all have an even amount both. Maybe that's the sequence it was on about, and yeah, then 6 makes sense. Okay. Okay. Not sure how I'm gonna get. We're planning on getting at least. Because you need to do some other stuff. Let's see what I feel like. Also, yeah, I might have cheated Speemo songs a little bit there on the last input, but I did figure out what I did wrong with it. Let's get some of these out of the way. We're reaching the next wave of one letter mods. The next wave wasn't really a wave beforehand, there was some one letter mods previously. Okay. So first we need to figure out, these are in backwards order. We need to figure out which ones are playing the wrong notes. Okay. Okay. So I think these two are wrong. Because all 3 of these notes are playing the same thing. So I think these two are wrong. So I think that one's also wrong. That feels wrong as well. That sounds higher than that one. that does sound right. So that sounds right. Yeah, that was definitely wrong. That seems wrong as well. Yeah, so those two are definitely wrong. But that also sounds wrong. I think that one's playing. Yeah, I think that's what it's doing. So yeah, that one's playing the wrong one as well. So I think E's playing D sharp. C sharp and D sharp are playing D. And F sharp is playing G. Yeah. And then we look for the runes. So that is that one. They're the same goal. And then just regular hash. So that one has to be A because we have G sharp, D sharp and F, D sharp, C sharp, A sharp, F, C sharp. And so the order of E, and that one was the D sharp one, yeah. So D sharp and C sharp. Then submit F sharp. First one's mapped to E. Second one's mapped to D sharp. That one's mapped to C sharp. I feel like those are meant to have disappeared. Press F sharp. Okay. Sorry if you couldn't actually hear that. Probably should have checked that. And you can't even check it now. I'm now getting worried that you can actually hear that. Okay, seeing that seems to register, assuming you probably could. Okay, yeah, slightly more confident now. So planet X now. So exactly two asteroids are within 2 sectors of a gas cloud zone. Exactly one planet X is adjacent to gas cloud. Exactly 2 asteroids are within 3 of a comet. Exactly 2 gas clouds are within 4 of a comet. Okay. Two, three, 5, 7. 11 is normally what people, the ones that people normally do. So this is what we already know. So 1 is not an asteroid. 4 is not an asteroid either. Nor is 7. And 10 is not a cloud. That's all we know. Okay. So let's just go for 2, 2, 3, 5 and 2, 3, 5 and 11 because we don't actually have any information about them. Okay, so that one is a comet. That was also a comet. That one's a gas cloud. That was an asteroid. Okay. So exactly one planet X changed into a gas cloud, so planet X is definitely possible here. Exactly 4 gas clouds. Oh, we can do gas clouds within 4 of a comet. So that's one of them. So other potential gas clouds. So it's the thing about gas clouds we need to know. Gas cloud is adjacent to at least one truly empty sector. So I'm assuming maybe not either of these two then. Because if one has a gas cloud, the other one is planet X, we can't prove anything yet. And that wouldn't make sense there. Anyway, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So the other gas cloud could be there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each asteroid is adjacent to at least one other asteroid. So either one of these two is an asteroid. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. I need 2 asteroids within 3 of a comet. 1, 2, 3. So that makes me think that one. Because we know these two aren't, and this one we can't really say anything about yet. Or actually, it can't be because it's not. We know it's not either side. It's actually 2 asteroids are within 2 seconds of a gas cloud. So exactly 2 asteroids within 2 seconds of a gas cloud. Makes me think. Right, so exactly 2 asteroids are within 2 seconds of a gas cloud. 1, 2. So we know this gas cloud doesn't have any of those ones. So we need one of these ones to be it. This could be it. And if we place it there, that will be just the 2 there. we know these ones, so we definitely know that that can't be planet either. It's actually two clouds moving forward of a comet. One, two, three, four. That is definitely reachable. Both of these are reachable. As with this total, so we know there are actually no more comets in general. How many gas clouds are there? Two. So at least two of these three have to be asteroids. So we know the planet has to be one of these two. We're pretty sure that we know that the dwarf planet is next to either of these. The dwarf planet is still possible here. However, it's actually two asteroids in two seconds of a gas cloud. This would send that over. Right, so this would have two. So this is either for asteroids it could be that, or these two are clustered together as well. So idea is those two are then those two are the empty ones. So it's actually two asteroids within two sectors of a gas cloud. Yes. Chasing to a gas cloud, yeah. One of these has to be an empty space. Look, 4 and 6 are both very possible. 2 asteroids and 3 of a comet. One, two. Exactly 2 gas clouds. And 4 of a comet. Okay, so yeah, that one can't. This middle one is going to be an asteroid no matter what. Then we need a string of 4 or 2 strings of 2. So these 2 are possible. And then the gas cloud rule. Say 2 asteroids are within 2 seconds of a gas cloud. That one has to be there, and that would. This would give us 2. This might not give us 2. So each gas cloud. Okay, so this gas cloud can't be it because it can't be adjacent to any truly empty sectors. I guarantee some of you would spot that immediately. So that could be where the other one is. Then that would be trillium G, and that would be pi x. Either that or that's an empty sector, that's planet X, and that's also an empty sector. I think that and that the dwarf planet. Each gas cloud is adjacent to at least one truly empty sector. So like these are the three possible ones. And that's still possible. The gas cloud one says 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. But exactly 2 asteroids are within 2 sectors of a gas. Exactly 2 asteroids are within 2 sectors of a gas cloud. So 1, 2. So that one has to be an asteroid. Meaning that one isn't an asteroid. Meaning it's not planet X anymore. That is we still don't know. So we only have empty and dwarf to assign at this point, don't we? Empty dwarf and X. And since since this one doesn't have a empty to that side, that one has to be the empty one, leaving 4 to be the only one that can be X. Okay. Got there eventually. Okay. So this is sort of the one letter mods that Serial Denotation F made. Hence why this is inspired by their character, I think. Which is based on murder drones, I think. Anyway, so this is a similar sort of Venn diagram you've seen before, I think. There is an indicator of FRK or FRQ. No, the left ear's colour is a warm colour. FER, fern, it's a cold colour. Yeah. The right ear's colour is a cold colour. Fuchsia. Fuchsia is cold. Yes. The colour of the F contains the letter E. Fun. Funk. No. Serial number contains at least one. Serial number contains at least one of the unrated characters of F0 or X. No. So just green. C. Right serial digit. No. Right seconds digit of timer is even. Just double checking. I think so. Okay. So we need to seal the boat of the order. So is what you agreed with 16 letters. So you may interact with light again. At this point, once more, new permutation of numbers will be generated. The light colours will stay the same for every 3 permutations generated, which they will also change. The colours shown by the lights in the table rearrange the other numbers will be rearranged, pressed in a certain order. So, note down the colours and then the numbers. Okay, I'm going to go with the colours. Yep, didn't get all of them that time. Okay, that's tough. Go to writing strat. I'll try to write it down. My notes up and then copy it down once I got it. Yeah. Don't know if that's going to be any easier. Oh, is that all of them there? I think I've got it. Just need to feel one of them missing. 2. No, not 2. Gonna hope that was 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No 9. So this might be wrong. Okay. So it's willing to bed and swap those. So 7, 10, 13, 8, 14, 6, 2, 16, 1, 15, 12, 4, 5, 9, 3, 11. Split in half and reverse each half. That. Sixteen, 2, 6, 14, 8, 13, 10, 7, 11, 3, 9, 5, 4, 12, 15, 1. Then flip the pairs again. See, you go at each position by 8. Increase each position by 8. Do that, and then just change whatever hits from 0 and place over 16. green, increase by 1. I could do that at least in my head. 16, 3, 12, 4, 14, 2, 5, 13, 10, 8. Reversing entire sequence. 5, 2, 14, 4, 12, 3, 16, 1, 6, 15, 7, 9, 11. Then add 1 to all of them again. 9, 11, 14, 16, 3, 14, 6 even. 3, 15, 5, 13, 4, 1, 2, 7, 16, 8, 10, 12. And R, split into pairs of each pair. 11, 9, 6, 14, 15, 3, 13, 5, 1, 4, 7, 2, 8, 16, 12, 10. If the serial number contains at least one instance, if the serial number contains at least one instance of the letters K Friday, KFR, ADY, no. So line up with just this. So this is the order these end up in. So 0, 9, 12, 6, 10, 8, 3, 11, 13, 2, 16, 1, 15, 7, 4, 5, 14. Okay. Ten, 8, 3, 11, 13, 2, 16, 1, 15, 7, 4, 5, 14. That took a while. So probably just gonna finish this setup possibly, and then leave it there. Oh, actually, I wanted to have a go at alarming. So I guess next time we'll have some simple. We have Game of Life 3D, some simple ones with spectator sport, and then having a go at Flowchart Madness and Vigilant Psycho. At the end, probably you end up being. This would be an interesting one at least. But yeah, good to try and just finish this one off for now. Okay. Serial wires. Six wires maybe sort of colour stripes similar to complicated wires. Serial number written in. Using the serial number written character and wires coloured determine whether to set each LED to yellow, blue or black or slash off. Group the first serial number character with the leftmost LED and the leftmost character. Bring on the cardboard, group the other characters and with the other 5 LEDs from left to right. So we have BM9, BL6, and I assume that's a 1. TQ CCH. Through early orthogonal movement, up, down, left, right, find the minimum distance between both characters in the pair. To be in 1. That could be 3. The minimum of 1 or 2 spaces needed to reach both characters in the pair. Red and yellow. Minimum 4 or 5. Right, who said that I'm supposed to be black? M and T. 1, 2, 3. That's okay as well. 9 and Q. That's 1. 2 yellow. B and C. That's 3. So okay. L and C. That's also 3. 6 and H is also 3. Next, look at the wire that connects the red and character with the LED light. Wires come 2 colours, red, white and blue. Wires may be solid colour and then be striped 2 colours. And a column in the image that contains the same pattern as the wire, write the name of the colour that is in the centre of the column. So basically the colours or the colour that is not involved in that wire. So that one's blue, 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 black, 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 blue, 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 black, black, black. Yes. There could be a case where apparently there could be no wire connecting the top and the bottom for one of them. Look at both the colours you read down in the same, set the colour to that LED to that colour. For the difference, set the LED to the colour that is absent. So that's going to be yellow, yellow, black, 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 black. So just saying the first two to yellow. Okay. So this one looks exactly like Morse code, but I think it's always flashing, and these numbers don't exist in normal. If anything like it's kind of flashing the same pattern, you're looking at the wrong manual, yeah. So like that. Dollar dollar dash. Okay. Jesus. Okay, number cruncher. Here we just have to perform these different operations. So an easy one to start off with. That's easy by 4 points though. Type 9 minus each digit. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 63. 7. 9 minus 1 is 8. 9 minus 0 is 9. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 0 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 5 is 4. Okay. The two minuses. Pair differences. For each of the 6 pairs of 2-digit numbers in both numbers, so each of the 2 pairs, 27, 40, 44, 93, 38, 89, 49, 77, 23, 79, 17. So these 6 pairs of 2-digit numbers in both tell their difference, preventing zeros if necessary. I had to always forget how to pair them. So if you can hear stuff outside again. So this is which pair of digits. That means like these ones. She's about what way that's referring to. Guess I'll take the strike if it's rotten. Because I don't have this one's written. Assuming that's going to be only just one line. I think this is going to be the same. If not, then we know which way it is. Okay. Yeah, there we go. He's going to go there that would have told me that. So, assuming that, so this is going downwards then. Okay. He's digit n, type the last digit of the sum of first n digits in the number. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 7, 8, 7, 0, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Slight confusion with the wording in one of those, but yeah, whatever. Okay. So we need to place 4 symbols. Road intersection when placed. Roads may not run through buildings or in different regions. At least 2 buildings must be adjacent to roads placed in the grid. Park center must not be adjacent to a road. And prison must be adjacent to a library or school. Library must not be within 2 spaces of any shopping mart at any time. Prison must be adjacent to a school. We don't have that yet. School must be 1 to 2 spaces. 1 to 2 spaces away from a road. Okay. And I guess we'll finish off with alarming. And next time we'll look at probably just up to there. Some simplish stuff to get through first. Then flowchart madness and Vision Psycho, maybe any further past that if we get there. And since this is decision needed, we're going to set this to a low amount of time. Yeah. so it doesn't go off immediately. I'll cover the other part of the screen and then solve it to, I don't know when it's going to go off. Okay. 39 song. Then 7 seat. Okay. That's where we leave it. Next time we're going to look at doing Game of Life in 3D, a game of NIM, the letter J, a really fast taco thing based on the serial numbers. So it is what it is based on Team Fortress 2. Type of music, which is a very easy sequence based on N, which is similar to J. And then 2 quite awkward modules, Flowchart Madness and Vision Psycho. That should probably take up a lot of that episode. And then maybe some stuff after that. Till then, I'll see you later.